I think it's a good segue on my issue and my concern regarding the TRB. The TRB already admitted that we need to revolutionize. So why did you recommend to the Secretary to penalize motorists for not having RFID and having low balance? You yourself admitted we need to improve the system. So you passed the burden on the motorists, on the consumers.
With the permission of the Secretary. At this time, we have to adopt the available system. So right now, as I have said earlier, we adopted the JMC. This is a revision of the Memorandum Circular of LTO and also of the TRB regarding the no entry, no RFID, no entry, and insufficient balance, no entry, because this is our present system. Necessarily, when we migrate to another system, we will revise that. But unfortunately, up to this time, we have to adapt of what is on the ground.
Well, no, wait, that's non-responsive. My question is, you need to improve the system, and you haven't done that, and you're going to penalize the motoring public. Parang mali po yun. You're gonna shut down the cash lane. So paano po yung mga taga-probinsya? No, once a year, once every 2 years, pupunta sa Manila. Bibisitahin nyo kamag-anak, pagdating dito, excited, tapos ipipinalize nyo ng 1,000. Naging anti-tourist kayo. Anti-rural po kayo. I don't think you're doing a good job recommending to the Secretary to penalize motorists when you yourself said you need to improve the system.
With the permission of the Chair, actually, hindi naman po mawawala yung cash. As I have explained earlier po, magkakaroon po tayo ng isang lane for exceptional transaction, including cash lane pa rin po. So, hindi po totally ma-obliterate yung payment ng cash. We will step a lane for exceptional transaction, gaya na po sinasabi nyo. Mayroong mga galing sa probinsya na hindi naman laging gumagamit. So, ang ititreat po natin sila as exceptional transactions.
Yeah, bakit nyo ipipinalize yung iba?
Yung pong kasing yung pong iba, nakikita naman po nila, nakalagay na doon, ETC lane lang siya, papasok ka. It will cause queuing po talaga. Yung kasi nangyayari po wala kang RFID, tapos papasok ka doon sa RFID lane or ETC lane. Pwede ka naman pumasok sa ibang lane. So, yun naman po, matagal na po yung ini-implement natin. Meron po tayo dating 3-strike policy. Inano lang po natin, ni-revise lang po natin, tapos inayos natin yung procedure, how to implement the penalty system as well as yung enforcement po ng ating mga LTO yung personnel ng ating mga toll operators na duly deputized po ng LTO.
So that means you're not doing a good job informing the public. Di ba?
Actually po 2 years na pong ini-implement natin yung 3-strike policy, but definitely kaya nga po ang napagkasunduan ng DOTR LTO, i-defer po yung implementation up to another 30 days para po makapaghanda yung motorista natin na yung wala pong RFID, makapagkabit po sila.
Ganito po kasi I think you're unfair to the public. Marami pong key performance indicators ang toll road operators. Nandito po
Opo.
Okay. Are the toll road operators complying with all their KPIs? Katulad po ng readability at ETC lanes, transaction time at entry lanes. Chine-check ba ninyo yung mga toll operators na gumagana palagi yung system nila?
Opo, yan pong mga yan, yung KPIs po na yan, kasi ganito po yan, yung ating JMC, yung Joint Memorandum Circular for the motorist po siya. Ngayon, ito naman po minimum performance standards and specification para sa toll operators. Ngayon po, in the process po kami, nire-revise namin yung KPIs kasi hindi po siya updated at saka po siya ay parang hindi makatotohanan sa ground. Gaya po nung sa toll queuing, under po dun sa IRR, ang requirement po, bago i-barrier up, 1 kilometer. Sabi nga po ni Senator Tupu, pag ginawa mong ganun, traffic na dun sa toll plaza. So now we are revising it, we are updating the MPSS so that it will be, aakma po siya dun sa nangyayari sa ground. So we reduce that from 1 kilometer to 100 meters. Gaya nung nirereklamo din po ng mga motorista, hindi sila napapadala ng SOA. Unfortunately po, yung dating ginawang MPSS, hindi po siya nasama. So sinasama po namin siya ngayon na pag hindi yung toll operator nagpadala ng monthly SOA, hindi niya makita kung magkano yung balance niya, mape-penalize po siya. Ginagawa naman po namin na maging fair kami para sa motorista at saka dun sa toll operator. Bigyan lang nyo kami ng time to put on all the legal frameworks and operational necessities para po maging maganda yung smooth traffic natin sa tollway.
So marami pong violations yung toll operators based sa KPI. Nandito po.
Totoo po yan, totoo po yan.
Okay.
Ang problema
So
po
magkano
dun
na
sa,
po na-sanction ninyo sa toll operators?
ang problema nga po dun sa MPSS, kung makikita nyo, wala po siyang procedure how to penalize the toll operators. Ayun po ay isang
Ang tanong ko, so you haven't penalized, wala pong binabayad for non-compliance sa performance ng toll operator, wala kayong na-assess. Yes or no?
Meron po kaming pinadalang mga NCAR na tinatawag. Ang procedure po kasi dati dyan sa KPI.
No, it's just yes or no.
Papadalan po. Hindi, ganito po yan.
Have you sanctioned them and have they paid any penalties?
We have given them NCAR and then doon sa luma nating regulation, meron pa po silang time to correct. Ngayon, ang revision po namin diyan, dapat wala nang time to correct. Dapat kasi yung KPI na yan dapat ginagampanan na niya. So pagka hindi mo nagampanan yan, definitely dapat may penalty ka. Kaya nire-revise po namin ngayon.
Ilang years na po yung mga toll road?
Yun pong KPI, yung MPSS po natin, ipinatupad po yan 2022, 2021.
Okay.
So
But ilang years na po operational mga toll road?
Matatagal na po, matatagal na
At
po.
least 10, 20 years.
Opo.
So, have you as the regulator ever sanctioned any toll operator?
Meron po tayong
Magkano po binayad ng toll operator sa inyo?
ang nagiging sanction po nila minsan, yun pong imbis na full ang kanilang increase, napapactor in po doon. Instead na limbawa po piso dapat yung increase nila, binababaan po ng board na hindi full po yung kanilang toll increase or toll adjustment.
No, that's for toll. I'm asking
Opo.
how much penalty sanctions to the toll operators
As to the yung pong penalty,
based on non-performance ng KPIs nila.
I think po during my time po wala pa pong
Ayan ang
na-penalize.
problema, Secretary. Pero gusto nyo i-penalize yung motorist. Yung toll operator, ang daming non-compliance, hindi nyo pinipenalize, Secretary. What are your thoughts on that? Hindi ba medyo unfair yun? It's here, oh. I'll give you a copy. It's in their website.
Yes. Actually, the plan is also to penalize them, Kong Paul.
Well, ang suggestion ko, Secretary, di ba? You need to be a little bit more compassionate to the motorist and let the toll operators improve. Kasi ako, I commute daily, sinabi ni Kong Momo. I think baka manipulated pa siguro yung statistics ninyo because ang compliance sa transaction time at entry lanes, reliability ng ETC lanes, ako, estimate ko, 20-30% of the time, ilalabas ko pa yung card ko, hindi tataas yung gate. Medyo unfair po yun. Will you reconsider yung October 1st?
Actually, we're studying that, Kong Paul. No? That's the reason why the plan is to implement it by August 31. But since there's clamor for more time, no? So we're extending it to October 31. No?
Para naman fair po kayo, equal, when they've improved the system, barrierless, like in other countries, behind po tayo, then you do the penalty system against non-complying motorists. Imbis na ipipenalize po ninyo ngayon. Tsaka pag na-penalize po sila, saan mapupunta yung fine nila? National Treasury or goes to your earmark funds?
It will go to the National Treasury.
Why di subsidize na lang natin yon? Ang dami ninyong pera, bilyon-bilyon, di nyo ginagamit. Tapos ngayon, pahihirapan ninyo yung motorist. Ang dami po mga taga-Samar, taga-Bicol, once a year lang pumupunta dito. Ang hirap-hirap makakuha ng RFID. In fact, I want to ask TRB, di ba? Why do you require CROR and then multiple accounts, dalawa, tatlong kotse, iba-ibang accounts, kasi ang habol lang yata ninyo yung float eh. Earn interest on that. Do you compute that when you do the toll rate setting? Is that in your computation? Is that disclosed by the operators?
Ang isa po sa programa ng TRB is yung pong tinatawag natin interoperability na magkakaroon na lang po tayo ng isang RFID, isang wallet. So, ganun po ang unfortunately po, dahil po dun sa mga operational issues, dapat nga po ipa-implement na September. So within the year po, we hopefully mapa-implement na po natin yung interoperability phase 3.
And I support that, Secretary. You should defer penalizing motorists until mag-improve yung system. Baliktad po yung ginagawa natin. Kung ang kailangan yung budget, will increase, augment your budget, di ba? In fact, you can even budget and help the operator budget a high-tech advanced system. You can propose that kung wala silang budget.
Opo, pinag-aaralan na po, meron na pong draft DO po.
Yan nga po
Opo.
pinag-aaralan, pero wag ninyo munang i-penalize yung motorist. I want a commitment from you that you will cancel that until gumanda yung system nila, tumataas o walang barriers. Sa ibang lugar nga wala nang barrier, ika-capture lang yung license plate ng kotse, ibibill ka. Yan ang problema ng LTO kasi masyadong backwards. Imbes matulungan ninyo yung mga motors, nagbabayad naman lahat ng registration fees. Sobrang backwards po tayo, tapos ibibigay nyo yung burden sa motorist. I don't think that's right and that's not good governance and you're not helping your president. Diba? Nababad trip yung mga ibang mga gumagamit ng toll road. What are your thoughts on that, Secretary?
Well, thank you, Kong Paul. No? Just for the information of all of present here today, the experience in the toll road is that 95% has already RFID. No? 5% are without RFID, and 4% are those that have insufficient loads. No? And that's the reason why po gusto sana namin na lahat magkaroon na ng RFID para mabawasan yung queue doon sa CAS. No? Actually nga po, as mentioned by Executive Director Carullo, no? We will continue to have this lane na pwedeng tumanggap pa rin ng CAS. No? So yun po ang balak natin. No? And sana if 100% will have RFID, baka we can consider talaga na wag muna nating pa-implement yung mga penalties if all of us will have that 100% RFID.
Or bigyan nyo ng warning or other penalty.
Actually po, ang balak namin dito, no, starting next month, no, lahat ng mga walang RFID, sasabihan namin sila na kailangan magkaroon sila ng RFID, no? And that kailangan lang natin magkaroon ng information drive. No?
Secretary, walang RFID. Lagyan ninyo ng RFID, zero balance. Cost ninyo.
Actually po, yung RFID is libre naman yan eh.
Hindi kaya nga, di lagyan na lang ninyo.
Pwede naman namin silang palagyan ng RFID. They can, in fact, we encourage them, no, to have RFIDs. No? Yan po ang gusto sana namin, maski zero balance muna.
Yeah, so why doesn't PRB do it?
No?
Di lagyan nyo ng RFID, imbis na tatakutin nyo yung public na ipipinalize nyo 135,000. Marami pong mahihirap, hindi po kaya maglagay ng load. Kaya nga po, ang dami nating online mechanisms, di ba?
Actually po, yung sistemang pong yun na kakabitan ka ng RFID tapos kung dadaan ka sa toll, exact-toll, ginagawa na po yun. Kaya lang talaga yung ating ibang mga motorista talaga may siguro dahil siguro mayroon din kasing time constraint. So hindi po sila nakakapagpakabit ng RFID. So yun po kaya ang ano po natin encourage sila na magkabit po ng RFID.
Well, I will continue. Can you give me a report update on this and your thoughts, Mr. Secretary? Because I'm going to save that for the plenary. Babantayan ko pa yung issue na yan. But I think you should address it internally and come up with a win-win for the public.